Yes, Steve right here. Welcome to another video. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can build one of the most rewarding businesses you'll ever launch online. And I'm going to show you how to do it without any experience whatsoever. What am I talking about? I am talking about starting your own digital marketing agency. Now, contrary to popular beliefs, you do not need any high startup costs to start a digital marketing agency. You don't even need a team of employees, which most people think that you need. You don't even need your own office. You just need a team of one, which is you, right? Especially when you're just starting out. I'm going to show you what tools and resources you need and how to build an online presence and get your first client, even if you have no experience. You've never done this before, you've never started an online business before, let alone a digital marketing agency. But I'm going to show you how to do this in this video so that you can start an agency and a business that brings in profits month after month and allows you to have that flexibility to enjoy life and still generate a full-time income. So the first thing that you need to think about when starting a digital marketing agency is think about narrowing your focus around a specific niche. This is your starting point to start an agency. You need to focus on a specific niche, understand what the audience needs in that niche, and think about creating services around that demand. You know, what services provide the best return of investment, and then just literally just start building a simple system that delivers these services and provides these results for your clients. Now, having your own digital marketing agency, you're going to be able to build a client list of business owners that are going to be desperate for you to help them grow their own businesses. You can do this in a number of different ways. There's not just one way to help them grow their business. So they're going to look to you to provide services, different services to help them do this. Now, you can help them grow their business, for example, by generating leads and converting those leads into customers. You can help them grow their business by improving their SEO ranking or managing their Google Maps listing. Now, don't worry if you don't have any experience, in any of this. You can outsource this. You can have other qualified professionals do these tasks for you, right? You don't even need to know anything about SEO. You don't need to know anything about generating leads, and you don't need to know anything about, doing Google Maps listings. You don't need to know any of this. You can outsource this to other professionals who do this for you, right? So business owners will come to you for solutions to help them grow their own businesses. And the great thing about having a digital marketing agency is that right now it's of high demand, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the demand is increasing all the time because more people are coming online, more people are starting their own businesses. And these business owners just don't have the time to learn all this stuff. So they're looking for digital marketing agencies to help them solve these solutions, to take this workload off them so they can go off and focus on other parts of their business and free up more of their time to do other stuff, like have, more vacations or spend more time with their family. So it's one huge burden of their business that they want to offload to people who have digital marketing agencies. So that's where you come in, and you can literally take on this workload. And like I said before, you don't need any experience. You can outsource a lot of these tasks, a lot of this work yourself. But I do recommend, one thing I do recommend is that you do know the niche that you're getting into. You know a good amount about that niche. You're familiar with that niche. So you know what results to look out for, if that makes sense. So starting a digital marketing agency really isn't as difficult as you may think. Okay, so now I want to share with you some top tips and some top strategies when it comes to starting your digital marketing agency the right way the first time. Now, the key to achieving this is careful planning. Now, careful planning when defining your business goals. Now, every digital marketing agency that's successful always define their business goals right from the start. So you've got to ask yourself, what is your vision and what is your end goal, right? And what this will enable you to do is it will enable you to avoid going down any wrong turns and any wrong paths in the future. So you'll have a set path and you'll know exactly where you're going and what you want to do without ever having to look to your left or your right and being sidetracked. And what a lot of agencies that do fail do, when they start out, they try and offer multiple amounts of services right out the gate, straight out the gate. And what happens is they get distracted, they get overwhelmed, okay? They start service hopping, and then they become a jack of all trades and a master of none. You want to be a master. You want to be a specialist when you first start. Not only will that elevate your brand and your digital marketing agency, not only will it make it stand out from the rest, but more businesses, more business owners will want to do business with you because you see that you're able to produce results in one specific area. So the most important thing to do right from the get-go is to focus on just one goal, right? Define that goal first and stick to it until you gain traction and you've achieved that goal, right? And then you can start thinking about expanding and going into other services. But from the start, you want to just focus on one service. Now that service can be SEO, search engine optimization, or it could be providing a full service like web design or content marketing. Whatever it is, make sure that it's just one thing that you're focused on. Now there are two types of agencies to start, okay? So there's one based around fast solutions for businesses. So you're looking to solve businesses' problems in the short term. And when you do this, you can offer set rates and set packages as well. And you can focus on services rather than getting results in the short term. So things like graphic design, creating logos for a business, GMB, Google Maps business listings, setting up social media accounts and social media channels for these businesses. These are short-term tasks and goals that don't really rely on getting results. They just rely on providing a service or a task in the short term rather than getting results in the long term. Now, the other type of agency that you can start and create and build is an agency that is based around long-term relationships, developing long-term relationships with your client. So you'll have a much more in-depth understanding of your clients' businesses and their business needs as well. And in effect, you are running a results-based agency, which is based over a longer period of time, a longer relationship with that client. And with this results-based agency, you're going to be offering a wider choice of specifically tailored services for your clients to help grow their businesses over time. So you won't be focusing on short-term results, short-term tasks like I explained before, which would be the Fast Solutions agency. You'll be more focused on delivering results over time. So things like SEO ranking, Google ads, Facebook ads, those are examples of services that provide results over time. So the questions you've got to ask yourself is, what skills do you have that online businesses can benefit from? What are you passionate about? Is there a part of your niche that you're particularly interested in helping or serving? Keep these questions in mind. These are questions that you're going to have to tackle when you're starting your agency, right? And also, like I said before, you've got to decide between the two types of agencies that you want to start. Don't try and start both. Just pick one type of agency. Are you going to be a fast solutions agency, or are you going to be a long-term results-based agency focused on the long-term relationship with your client? Another thing that you're going to want to decide is, what agency are you going to be? So this ties in with setting your business goals, like I said before. So before you even think about starting a digital marketing agency, you want to set your business goals. And this question, what agency are you going to be, is going to be a very key question when setting your business goals. So are you going to be, for example, a copywriting agency? Are you going to be a design agency? Or are you going to be an SEO agency, an agency that solely focuses on delivering search engine optimization services for your clients? Who are you going to target? Are you going to target only startups, or are you going to focus on more established companies? Another thing that you want to think about as well, are you going to complete the task yourself, or are you going to outsource these tasks? You know, if you have a certain skill set already related to the type of niche or market that you intend to serve, then perhaps you may want to think about completing the task yourself. It's going to save you money in the long run as well, because you'll be able to do these tasks yourself. You won't have to pay for anybody else to do them for you. But again, if you're someone who is brand new to that market, yet you still want to serve clients in that market, that niche, and you're just a beginner, you have no knowledge of that market, then, you know, outsourcing is perfectly fine. You can find people that will happily do the work for you on places like Upwork and Fiverr and Freelancer, People Per Hour. You know, these types of services, you can outsource your tasks on these platforms and these websites. So not knowing the industry or the market that you intend to serve is not a problem whatsoever. So when you look to create an agency, you want to create an agency around a segment of a large market where demand is evergreen. So you want to focus on markets like this. Do not offer so many services that you struggle to manage your clients or you fail to help them. You want to just focus on one type of service that you intend to deliver. So like I said before, whether it's SEO, copywriting, whatever it is, just focus on one. When you start out, you want to become that go-to person for that specific skill or that set of skills, and you want to be an expert in that one specific field. This will enable you to be able to build a client base very, very quickly. Stick with it until you build a decent sized client base before you start expanding your outreach and your service list. That's very, very important, because you'll struggle and then you'll disappear and you'll get a bad rep, bad name. Your agency will just fall apart. So start with one until you expand and grow, and then you can move into delivering and providing other services and offers for your agency. Now, without an audience, you're not going to have much of a digital marketing agency. In fact, you won't have a digital marketing agency. So you're going to need to know your audience. You're going to want to know what your audience's problems are, and you're going to want to know how you can help them solve these problems. Now, the best way to target your audience is to find out where they're hanging out, and you can find them in places like forums. So forums that are based around your niche or market that you want to serve, and also Facebook groups. Facebook groups are really, really good for finding your targeted audience. Now, the most important thing, once you have your business goals set up, you know where you want to target, you know what market you want to serve, you know what type of client you're going to want to serve, like whether it's going to be a startup or whether it's going to be an established company. Once you have all these things in place that I've talked about, then you're going to want to create an online presence. Okay, and to do that, you're going to need to have some real estate. You're going to need to have a home on the internet. So in order to create an online presence, you're going to need to use tools such as Bluehost or WordPress. So these tools will allow you to be able to set up real estate, set up your own digital home online so that people can find you and request and contact you for your services. So Bluehost and WordPress will allow you to get set up without design experience, and it will allow you to create a domain-based email account that you will use when communicating with your clients. And that's really important so that you come across to your clients professional when communicating with them. So WordPress, you can choose from thousands of professional themes, and you'll be able to present yourself in a professional manner. Now, potential clients are going to want to find out as much information about your services as possible to be reassured about what you can do for them. So it's important to be as detailed as you can with your content on your site. So once you have your site, once you've set it up with WordPress or Bluehost, whatever you decide to choose, it's important that you provide this information and make sure that you're detailed as possible. Another thing that's important to be aware of is that you don't have to be everywhere at once. Yes, it's important to be on social media. So you're going to want to have some sort of social media presence, but you don't have to be everywhere at once. Just choose one social media platform that you're going to establish yourself with, preferably one in which your audience hangs out the most. It's got to be the social media platform where you will find your core audience regularly using that platform. And that's where you want to set up yourself and build your social media platform. So if it's YouTube, then just stick to YouTube. If it's Instagram, then stay on Instagram. Build your presence on Instagram and forget any other of the social media platforms. If it's Facebook, then just stick to Facebook and forget about all the other platforms. Whatever it is, wherever you find your core audience hanging out regularly, then that is the platform that you want to focus on and build your presence and your profile on. Now, when it comes to having your digital marketing agency up and running and you've got your first client, you're going to be very eager to impress them. You're going to be very eager to show them how knowledgeable you are, how capable you are, and how professional you are at delivering your services for them, because you want that great word of mouth. You want your reputation to spread so that you can get more clients as well. But what can happen here is you'll spend a lot of your valuable time trying to perfect your campaigns, trying to perfect your tasks and your services that you're providing for them, right? And what that's going to do is going to pull you away from landing more clients for your business, which is the most important thing when you're running an agency. You want to find more clients and you want to be continually building your client base, but you're not going to be able to do that if you're spending most of your time perfecting your campaigns and your tasks and your services. So with your online presence that you have, that you set up with Bluehost or WordPress, right, you're going to want to send traffic to your website to generate more leads and to build your client base. And like I said before, in order to build your client base very, very quickly, in order to generate leads very quickly, you're going to want to specialize in just one niche, one service, whether it's SEO, copywriting, whatever it is. Just focus on that one niche so that you can build your client base very, very quickly, right? And you'll be that go-to person with that skill set, and businesses will look to you to come to you for that particular service, right? So that's very important. Now, in order to drive traffic, in order to build your client base, you can do this either through paid advertising or you can do this through free advertising, right? Doing paid advertising is going to require some skill, and obviously it's going to require you to spend some money. Now, if you're on a budget or you don't want to spend any money on advertising, you can also do this for free. You can generate clients and leads for free. Now, the first one is through word of mouth and referrals. This is used a lot by a lot of top agencies that are out there, and it basically relies on one customer referring your business to another. You can produce one happy customer, maybe go above and beyond your services to get that good rating from them. Then the chances are that they're highly likely to refer your company to one of their friends or to someone else, or they're going to do a review about you and talk about you on a website, which will get you a lot of referrals. That's a very powerful way to get more clients for your agency. Another one is direct outreach. So this involves social media, networking via groups, cold calling, cold emailing, and this will allow you to position yourself as the go-to person. Now, this is not easy. I'm going to warn you up front right now. It's not easy. It takes a lot of time and persistence to do this, and it will involve you as well researching each company you contact, understand what they do before you start doing this. So direct outreach can be powerful. It can position yourself as the go-to person, but it does take a lot of time and persistence, but it can be very, very effective when it comes to generating leads and clients for your business. Another thing that you should keep in mind when it comes to generating clients is to not overlook the network you already have. So look at the network you already have. You know, your best leads can come from your existing own circle. So now look at your friends, your family. Do they have any businesses? Do they need help solving particular problems for their business? So a lot of people, you know, they'll look outside of their group. They'll use one of the methods of direct outreach or word of mouth, do paid advertising, but they'll forget, you know, that they can look amongst their own network, their own circle, to find leads and to find clients. So those are some of the free methods that you can employ in when it comes to advertising your agency. When it comes to doing paid advertising for your agency to generate leads, to generate clients, the best place is probably going to be Facebook ads or Google ads. This is the place where you'll probably find better results when it comes to find clients that you can serve in your particular niche. These two platforms, Facebook and Google, have an extremely large reach. So if you're looking to serve startups, businesses, established companies, then I would use Facebook ads or Google ads to find these clients. So I've just shared with you how you can start your digital marketing agency from scratch. Okay, the things to look out for, what to focus on, where to find your clients, what to do if you don't have experience in the market or niche, but you still want to provide that service. We talked about outsourcing. We've talked about focusing on one specific service, one specific niche when you're first starting out, and then growing and expanding your business. We talked about also finding clients through paid traffic, through paid advertising. And we've also talked about some of the effective free methods that you can employ as well to build your client base. Now, I've talked about how to build a digital marketing agency from a bird's eye view, right? But if you want a complete all-inclusive training that shows you exactly how to build an agency, you won't have to worry about floundering or what to do next or what steps to take next. You get a step-by-step handheld program that shows you every step of the way how to build a digital marketing agency successfully. Then click the link down below in the description and you'll find everything you need to know about starting a digital marketing agency, whether you're a beginner or whether you have some knowledge about a digital marketing agency. This course will minimize the learning curve so you can launch a successful business faster and easier. So click the link down below in the description. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I shall see you in the next one. Take care.